Hello? 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 How is everyone this fine Monday bank holiday evening? Oh, hopefully you can all see me and hear me. Well, I just confused myself for a minute. I meant to start a little sooner, and then I had a right horrendous sneezing fit, and I had to go and find my tissues, which I'm sure you're all very interested to hear about. And I've just realised that I handed out one set of the free gifts, but not the other set of 5, because my memberships are under a certain price bracket. YouTube lets me give away 10 memberships a month for free, so I always do try to make sure to hand those out because they're free. Why not give them out when they're free? How is everyone? What has everyone been up to? Especially those like who have had the bank holiday today. It didn't really feel like a bank holiday. I feel like it just felt like one slightly longer Sunday. I can't believe 3 days have gone. I don't know where it's just gone. We're currently trying to sort out my granddad's book collection because it needs to go, and there's a lot, and he had a lot more than I have manga, and it's not organized at all in the slightest. So that has been most of my long weekend, I think. I'm trying to get a bit ahead with some of video stuff. I should move this like over here. It's not covered by chat. Those of you who have now just joined the membership, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. You get emotes while I'm live, a secret super bonus channel in the Discord if you link your accounts, and early access to my videos. And there are currently like 12, I think, available for members, and I'm like halfway through editing like 3. I'm halfway through editing low. I'm filming so much. I can't stop. Now I need to work on the quality of my videos is the next step, however. What am I halfway through working on at the moment? I'm going through footage that I had filmed a while back, and I'm now just trying to clear it out that I just never got around to editing, such as when I went to FanFest, Final Fantasy XIV FanFest. I'm going through that footage. I have some reorg videos that I never finished editing because it was like 6 hours of raw like footage, and a part of me just died a little trying to edit that, so I never got around to it, but I'm going to slowly start doing those. I have also filmed a house tour that I'm partway through editing, and what else have I filmed? I swear I filmed something else. Oh, I'm doing some neat things with my shelves and everything else. I had to order a bunch of stuff to do it though, and that's all around today, and I'm really excited about that actually. What else am I filming? Halfway through filming some figure, the Neokyo unboxing from the stream. Halfway through that. And then, oh, that's my reads for the month. That precarious stack down here for the 1,000 volume reading challenge. And I'll do a reading vlog for that. And I have a haul to the side of it of all the stuff I've been picking up in August, which will be neat as well. So lots and lots of videos that I film I film more than I can post. So there's lots and lots of members. You'll not be short of content. Do not worry. But yes, today, here we are. Hello, thank you all for joining us. The purpose of this stream is predominantly I have fallen very behind with my spreadsheet, keeping it up to date and everything. Just the past few weeks, it's just, yeah, we had a big release at work. It was my annual review at work. I had health problems, which are now vaguely sorted with some nice medication. And yeah, trying to suddenly sort all of my grandfather's book collection. And I've just fallen behind on the spreadsheet, and I thought, well, if I'm just going to chill on spreadsheet, why not chill on spreadsheet with everyone? We can all chat and be cozy. If you just want to lurk, that is absolutely fine. Do not feel like you ever need to chat or say anything. Just being here, if you want to chill, the vibes, and look at spreadsheets and bask in their glory, that is more than okay. Do not fret about being a lurker. I am a very much lurker viewer. I watch a fair few streamers, and there's like 2 maybe that I will talk in the chats of, maybe. I am major lurker as well, so I am very, very okay with lurkers and all that jazz. Okay, right, so what are we doing? We're doing spreadsheet. I have fallen very, very behind with my spreadsheet, and I will show you. And I also need to make a list of what I need to sort with it. Hello, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. As you can see, some of the numbers don't look too great. We're going to make it a lot better and a lot worse all at once. Do not worry about not being able to stay to watch the live stream. You might have gotten one of the free memberships. I hope you have fun with it. Sit back and relax. Yes, that's yes. So I'm usually pretty good at keeping up to date what actual volumes I have purchased. That's like the one thing I keep up to date, because that is the one thing that makes sure I don't buy duplicates. I have fallen behind on that as well, and I'm quite distraught, and I'm usually very good at staying up to date on what I have read, but I am about a week behind on updating that as well. So we've got, actually, I need a, just make a list here. Things I need to add. Recent reads, vintage orders. I made a sci-fi order. No, that's too vague. I did a sci-fi unboxing. I need to add that I now have those volumes. I need to add Leeds pickups, because I went into Leeds and I picked up stuff in Leeds. I need to... Gosh darn it, what else do I need to do? Something else. What else was there? Liddy! No way! 21 months. I have set a badge for 2 years. For 24 months. There is another badge. Thank you, Liddy. You're my best beanie. I sent smoochies through my love hearts to you, I promise. What else was there? Recent reads, vintage orders, general series updates. So I'll walk through what each of these means. So recent reads is just adding the things I've read recently and rating them and the day that I read them. I do roughly remember the days I read them, so that's not too bad. Vinted orders, I've ordered some things on Vinted, one of which has already arrived and will be part of this haul that I just need to add on both my series and volume spreadsheet. Sci-fi order, I have placed a sci-fi order. Actually, I have 2 sci-fi. Which sci-fi order did I have 2 orders. I have one that is coming, is in the manga table but not the volume table, and I have another one that I've ordered that is near the table because I'm terrible. I then did a sci-fi unboxing from the sci-fi stream, and I need to put those volumes in that I have. I then went to Leeds last week after my annual review as a "you did good, Caitlin," and I have those to add into the spreadsheet. And I got general series updates, which you can see. So this is the series table. So what I need to do for the series updates is, if it's orange, it means I've not added data. So I might up to date behind. Is it ongoing? What's the genre? Who's the publisher? The manga artist? So on, that sort of thing. we're going to update all of those. Now I do have quite a few of those to do it for, so we're going to do that last because that's like the least important bit. For me, the most important bit in like order is first off, what volumes have I bought, ordered, whatever, so I don't buy duplicates. Then it's adding my recent reads. Then it's what volumes do I have and what day did I get them on. Right. I think that's everything. If anyone has any questions as we're going along, or questions about their own spreadsheet, there was discussion in the Discord earlier about having a spreadsheet session where we just like go through spreadsheets and try and figure out things that people are trying to do together to try and get you the formulas and stats out of them that you want. Ooh. So if we break it down, actually we'll do recent reads first because I can literally see the stack I've got to add to my recent reads right here. I'm gonna check. So the next one I have is Wolf, Girl and Bad Prince. I did not add it. I, to be blunt, hated Volume 7. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. And it took me ages to read. I think it took me like 4 days to read that volume. Not at all impressed with that one. How do you make a spreadsheet like that? To be honest, I started this spreadsheet like 2019 and it has just grown and changed over time. It is none of it has been done all at once. And I had just over 1,000 volumes when I initially made it, and it just keeps growing and changing. It's progressive. But I do love it. I do love my spreadsheet, and I love the nice, pretty stats it gives me. But the stats are out of date because I have gaps. But I love getting data out of it, like what's my most common letter? What is the most common first letter in a series? I did at one point run a macro to find out the most common words in my titles, but that's actually not been that's a couple of years ago. I think I last did that. And I discount things like Faku because that's, or classics, or Pokemon because that's just used to like group the volumes together. But like seeing that World, Love, Another, Life, very isekai titles apart from maybe Love, it tickled me. But I'd like to do that again. Maybe we could have a game at some point in the Discord or something where we guess what volume, what words, the most common words in my manga titles. That would be fun. I'll keep that in mind. What did I read next? I read Healer something. Oh, I did add that. I did that one. Then we've got Villainess and the Demon Knight. So these should already have rows and then marked as unread, but these volumes I got in the Sci-Fi unboxing, which is one of the things I'm behind on. So I need to put the volumes in that I've now got from that, but I've already read some of them. So we'll do some of them now and then we'll do the rest after we've put in our reads. I quite liked Volume 3. It had some good old smut in it. Wait, no, I didn't get it on the 19th. When did I get it? When did I film that video? I usually just take pictures of my stacks so I can check the date. It was the 17th that I filmed that. Oh dear, I made a typo. There we go. I should raise the mic a little or move it so I can see my keyboard. Faku is classics. Yes. It's a former classic, I suppose. Then I read Crown Princess. I'll never be your crown princess. What colour should we make this one? Oh, that's too dark. More colours. What should we make it? I would like a nice blue, I think. That's quite similar to If Which Then Which. No, I don't want that one. I will do... What have we not had a little bit of around there? No, we still want blue. We just... There we go. If... No. I'll... Never... But it is... How do you spell betrothed? Betrothed. There we go. Maybe. And that one was fine. At least there was a nice little cuddly scene in this one. Volume 3 didn't have a cuddly scene in it. I only have a steamship title without a cuddly scene in it. Hi, Cakey Wakey. Hi, Mickey. Cakey Wakey. I know someone from Wakefield who goes by Wakey something. So I keep getting confused for a moment. I'm not from Wakefield. No, but it rhymes with Cakey. Yokai Cats. Yokai Cats is like... It's just... I love it. Not everyone will. And that is okay. But me... I absolutely love yokai cats. There's like a whole bunch of them by the same person. There's like yokai cats, monster cats, and evil secret society of cats. They're really quick reads, but they're great. If a series I might like, Vampire and His Pleasant Companions. Now I do actually now have that. That may or may not have been one of the series I picked up when I was in Leeds last week, because they had 1 to 5 and they were all $10.99, so I decided to just grab the series. I understand it's taken ages for volume 5 to come out. Condemned villainess goes back in time to become ultimate villain. Now I read 2 villainess titles back to back and got a bit confused. I was trying to remember which, because one of them I rather liked and one of them was a bit bland, and I could not remember which one was which. Thankfully I read the one that I quite liked first, which was this one. Probably still a 7 though, not an 8. Series often, in my opinion, I end up rating volume 1s higher with like the novelty of something new, and then as I settle into the story will depend if I keep ranking it highly. Oh no, the manga guide too. It is an art form to try and figure out what word you can use to try and find the series you want. You need a word that's unique to the series, or a little phrase that's unique to the series. Because if I search like villainess, that's good. I'm gonna have to go through so many series. Whereas like if I search level 99, that will take me directly to villainess level 99. Or hourglass might take me straight to villainess turns the hourglass. It's like a fun little game. I enjoy it. This one was a bit boring though. I really had to pull myself to read it. Then I read Balls. This is a volume 1, so I need to put it in fresh, or try and remember what sort of series might also fall in the same place, which I do not remember. I next read No Love Zone. Volume 1. And I give it a 7. I quite liked it, though I felt a bit bad at some points. Just felt really sad. 3. Yay. Oh, another one that won't be in here. Next thing I read and also rather liked was there. Opposites Attract. I really quite liked Opposites Attract. It was so soothing and pleasant. Just made me happy. It warmed me internally. It's nice to feel warm internally. Steamship Not Steamy? No, I don't believe there was smut in volume 3 of I'll Never Be a Crown Princess. I think it, like, volume 2 ended on it and like volume 3 started just like at the end, and I don't remember it. It was weird. It was weird. I'll do a more detailed talk about it when I do like my reading vlog for the stack. But it was, volume 3 was a bit weird. It felt just a bit like they were told the story's going to keep going, quick, make more plot, and that's what they did. It felt a bit forced, which meant not enough time for the smut, which is like the whole point. I have a category for spine colour. I do, though I often forget to. I have a lot of categories that I forget to use. It was mostly because when I first started doing social media and stuff, it was Instagram, and I loved joining in on all those like monthly challenges that people made, I don't know, August challenge, and it's all summer things, and day 26th of August is like seaside theme, and I used to like joining in on those a lot, especially the color themed ones. But it reached a point where I would, especially if I wanted to do something with the covers, like the color of the cover doesn't necessarily match the color on the spine, so trying to remember those was faffy. So I did start thinking I could try and track that, so I could have an easy way of making my nice color Instagram posts without having to actually go look through my collection. So I thought I'd be really lazy, but then apparently I was so lazy I haven't filled in the spreadsheet. Yay. You waited forever for it to come out, but it was worth it because it's one of your favourite series. Everyone I have seen talk about, I think Vampire and His Pleasant Companions, right, has really loved it, and then just the only gripe has been how long it takes for a volume to come out, which I think almost put me off wanting to pick it up, because slow releases, in my personal opinion, I feel slow releases can kill a series, especially over here, I would say. I don't know how slow it is in Japan, but I feel like over here at least a slow release can kill it. I have a cat. Come on, Yuna. Come here. Come here. Come on. such a cutie! Ah, you are rather floofy, aren't you? She don't even fit on the camera any. Do you want to go down? Go on, you can do it. I believe in you. Thank you. So much fluff in my mouth. It's not where it should be. I don't remember where we were, but I think that is my recent reads, which is actually less than I realised. I'm halfway through reading. What am I halfway through reading? I am halfway through reading Perks of an S-Class Heroine Volume 2. But I keep like, oh yeah, I'll sit in bed and read before I go to sleep, and then I end up watching TV instead of reading. That makes me sad. And then the other thing next to me I have to read is, graphic design is my passion. This one by Inklaw, which I was kind of surprised to see in Forbidden Planet in Leeds. So much cat fluff everywhere now. She is just sat now next to me grooming, probably because I've dirtied her. It wasn't that bad. What a weird cat. Okay, so now that I've put in my reads, what I want to put in is the stuff that I have bought, just to make sure I can't buy it again. Because there is nothing worse than buying something twice. Usually my go-to if I buy something twice is it goes into my giveaway stack. I have piles down here, but it's starting to accumulate. So I do need to figure out... I think I actually have a plan of what I'm going to do with it. I do keep meaning to run giveaways in the Discord, and I'm just falling behind on it, because it's just... Sometimes it's just a lot to manage, figuring out what I'm going to give away, creating the thing, sorting it out, getting pictures, deciding when it's going to end, and then sorting out getting it out to the person. Especially if I'm going to do like physical giveaways, as in I'm not just doing it through sci-fi, it means like sorting out packaging and postage and going to the post office, but when it's actually damn open. Anywho, so I do intend, and I'm trying to still do lots of giveaways. I'll probably do a load in the lead up to Christmas, because I love Christmas, and that'll be a really fun like advent of giveaways or something. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Cat, why have you got so much fluff in my nose? Though saying that, ooh. I had a parcel arrive yesterday. It had all of this manga inside of it. I have absolutely no idea where it's come from. At all in the slightest. It was like an Amazon bag, a reused Amazon bag, so it wasn't from Amazon, filled with all these volumes of manga, and I have absolutely no idea where they've come from. I think maybe they're some pre-owned, because like the label to like my address was handwritten, and Kowloon I think is usually plastic wrapped, and it's not plastic wrapped, but like I don't know where this has come from. These just arrived at my house, and I'm like, okay, so okay. I guess I'll do something with these. Yeah. Give them to, yeah, I'll give them away. I guess. Someone has destashed you? Probably, but I don't know who. I have no idea who. I was just very, very confused, and then Ben was like, oh, you bought my manga, and I'm like, I didn't. I didn't. I promise you, I didn't. I don't know where these have come from. Some like guardian manga fairy. It's the dream though, isn't it? Just manga turns up on your doorstep randomly. Anywho, very confused. What have we got to add to the spreadsheet? Right. Let's do Vinted first, because I've only got 2 things I think to add that I bought on Vinted. The first is Dragon Ball. I bought Dragon Ball Super. I bought volumes 1 to 20 of Dragon Ball Super, and then they threw in volume 21 as well, which is crazy. I could get used to picking up more on Vinted, and I paid a stupid price. It was like 50 quid or something. Couldn't believe it. Isn't that right, Una? I think you're just grumps because you want the box, but I've not taken the volumes out of the box yet. And then there was another one I bought. So I got Cat. Yeah. Oh, big yawn. Oh, I forgive you. I forgive you. I think you yawned just then on purpose so I wouldn't get mad at you for putting fluff in my mouth. What was it? The other thing I ordered yesterday? I'll have an email about it, probably. Nope, that's just that it's been posted. I bought an upsetting amount of stuff yesterday because I bought stuff to do a video that I'm doing. I bought a bunch of manga. I bought some stuff on Neokyo. I've done some commissions, and I've just did too much all in one day. So it's going to be a calm rest of month now and be good, especially since I have like some birthdays coming up as well. There is Aishitiru's Baby, which is a shoujo beat title. Una. Una. Okay. AI. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. Don't chew that. Don't chew that. Don't chew that either. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't take that out your mouth. Or leave. Okay. A-I-S A-B-C-D-E-F-G. Anyone remember where I is in the alphabet? A-I-R-S. Okay, in here. I think it's here. No, I got 4. I think I bought 4 of those. I think that's how you spell it. That's how it's spelled in the email, so that's how I hope you spell it. I think they're the 2 Vinted. Actually, let's do this as like a checklist. I've done that. I've done the Vinted. And then we need to do my sci-fi order, which I did last week, I think. Oh, did I do a Blackwell's order? Well, balls. I also did a Blackwell's order. Let's do that. Have you ever considered unhauling series you finished but didn't enjoy? Currently, like, no. to short answer, no. I think it is a good thing to do, and I do advocate for others to unhaul. I am not particularly bothered about unhauling at the moment, and I find it odd sometimes how bothered other people can get about me not wanting to unhaul. I'm not too bothered. I have thought like, if I were to unhaul, how would I do it? And I think I have two levels to how I would unhaul if I were to. The first level is getting rid of anything I didn't like, and then the next level up is only keeping things I love. And I know there might be a what is the difference? And I would say that I have a lot of series that kind of fall in that middle ground of I do quite like, but I don't love, but I don't hate them. Like, what's a series I like but I don't love? Maybe like Witchcraft Works, Wilton Harem maybe. Like, I like them, but I don't love them. So if I only was getting rid of series I didn't like, I'd keep them. But if I was only keeping stuff that I loved, I would get rid. That makes sense? But I'm always do as I say, not as I do. I do always think unhauling is healthy. I'm quite comfortable and happy in the way that I do collect, because I mean, ultimately, I'm not the only one who reads my collection, and like, I have lent stuff out before, and I quite like having a collection. I feel like my collection is... I like to view my collection as not just me. I like collecting manga. I like having a nice... And I know it's not just me. My family as a whole is book focused. Big on their books. And as a family, we like to hoard books. I'm not like naive enough to be like, no, it's not hoarding, it's fine. I do like to hoard books, and I'm quite happy. I am in a very fortunate position where I can house my collection and keep going, and I'm not like... I always find it difficult to... Where do I find that balance of... I'm absolutely not trying to say it to brag or anything like that, which I know it can come across as, and I've had people being quite mean and not nice about it. But then if I don't say anything, I also got a lot of hate for not unhauling, and it's... I am in a fortunate position where I can house my volumes and keep picking up my volumes, and I'm very grateful to be in the position I am. I understand absolutely why unhauling is good, and most people should try, and if they can or they need to or they want to, unhauling isn't a bad thing at all in the slightest. It's, I think, what I'm trying to get to. Oh, it's such an awful, rambly, nonsensical... I think that made some slight sense though. I do think most people unhaul for room and to be able to pick up more stuff. I think as well, I think, to be fair, I spend less than I think people think I spend, because I do buy so much second hand or in sale sections and stuff, and I'm always showing prices and stuff. Like, it wouldn't be uncommon for me to pay like £4 a volume for a whole series or something. But also, again, I'm not the only one who reads it, and I'm trying to convince my family to read it, and I still have the slight dream that one day I might be able to open a manga cafe, and being able to have the stock would be a really nice way to start. But that is way down the line. That is a pipe dream. It is a dream at some point, maybe. But that is, yeah. I'd love to do that. But I mean, there's series that I really don't like that other people do like, and series that I'm less fussed about that other people are fussed about. It is always interesting to see different people's opinions on series, and I think it's nice to have discussions with people who view a series differently to you, as long as it can like not just fall down into like name calling or something. There are sometimes when you start talking to someone about a series and like you have a complete opposite, either they love it, you hate it, or they hate it, you love it. Trying to have a nice discussion about it will probably depend on the people, which could be quite nice. I think if you get on good with the person, or they're not like stubborn in some way, you can have a really nice discussion, and I think you can end up walking away with different viewpoints on a series that you hadn't had before. But also, if you don't, you're just going to end up getting name-calling with each other, and that's just not fun either. I don't know why I started talking about that. Where did that come from? One whole series that you hated or you didn't feel you'd read again, and that is absolutely valid, and I think that is a excellent thing for a lot of how do you do that? How do you know exactly where to stand, you fuzzy cat? Okay, bye, Una. But yeah, I think unhauling is a good thing. I absolutely advocate for it. I just don't intend to do it myself, really, currently. There have been a couple of things where I've offloaded, but predominantly it's if I've decided to swap how I'm collecting a series. The main example off the top of my head is Fruits Basket, where I had started to collect the singles, not knowing at the time how hard they were to pick up, and then I saw how colourful and rainbow the collector's editions were, and I swapped to collecting those instead, and then I gave away the singles. I think I did a giveaway with them. There are a few series where I might do the same again. Two off the top of my head is XXXholic and Tsubasa Chronicles. I have decided to just start collecting the Omnis because I would like to try and enjoy the series. But if I was able to stumble across the singles for a nice, decent price that I am willing to pay, I absolutely would pick them up and then give away the Omnis, probably. It isn't necessarily going to be just always favouring the singles, as with Fruits Basket. I do actually think the collector's editions look nicer because they're rainbow and they're not all one colour. I also think the 20th Century Boys look a lot more nicer than singles. So it'll probably just depend series to series, but that's currently the only real offload I'm currently intending on doing. You remember asking if I'd consider making my collection public in some way? I have absolutely thought about it. I think the biggest hurdle is how to implement something like that in the UK, because I don't think you could just run something like that as you would in Japan, because inherently I don't think our culture treats things as nicely as Japanese culture does. I think the odds of stuff getting trashed or nicked is incredibly high, and I think that would end up just upsetting me which would not be nice or good. So it's how to approach something like that in a way that works. And the real answer is I have no idea. I have no idea. I've had so many different plans, like tags, and I have to like lock you in a room or something. Here are your volumes. I'll count them in and count them out. That just sounds faffy and like kind of against the point. Snacks would be a good thing, but I think spillages would be incredibly likely. Do I laminate all of my manga volumes? Ugh, every page. That would be horrific. Maybe I do a manga themed bar and there's cocktails, but also teas and coffee. It's a cafe by day, manga anime cocktail bar by night, and it just plays like anime rave music. And rave music at night, lo-fi during the day. No, I've absolutely thought about it. I just don't know how. I don't think it could be. It's the culture, basically. It's the culture. It's the issue, in my opinion, not the other aspects potentially, which is kind of upsetting, I guess. But one day maybe. Cat cam. Yeah, she's now climbed onto the windowsill, but the curtains were closed, so she was putting her claws in the curtains and was trying to open them so she could climb out, except she's now just fallen off the windowsill. We all saw. Well, I saw, which means you all saw. But yeah, she gets her claws stuck in the curtains a lot, trying to do that. She's a bit shit. Mika's a bit better. She can like vaguely open the curtains, but Yuna like does it and then is like, well, now what do I do? As she tries to like shake her claws off. How's your clamp reading going? To be fair, I have not done much clamp reading in the second half of this month. I think that's what's happened to me every themed reading month. The first like 2 weeks, or the first week or so, I'm like, yeah, I'll do the themed reads, and then I kind of just forget. I think I've read more this themed month than I did in the isekai month, which is appalling when that was my month that I was running. But I've read. I think I really quite liked Clamp School Detectives, like more than I expected. I really loved just the mystery, solving the mysteries and stuff. Manga cafe van. That is a good idea. I just drive to all your houses in a van with my collection. I have to be a big, maybe a big bus. Or one of those like lorries. Or 2. Maybe a train. Maybe we can have a manga train. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Anyone know how much it costs to get a train and then put it on the national rails? Is that something you can even do? It'd be upsetting, especially since it's your collection. I think that's where I'm on like, well, yes, I've got all the volumes right here, ready to use. But then if one of them gets even slightly damaged, I'd be like, how dare you, we're closing. Which would kind of very much defeat the point after putting all of that effort into sorting and opening a manga cafe, which I'd probably do in Leeds if I were to do it. Open it in Leeds. Bring your own manga cafe. That is an idea. That isn't too bad, actually. No, I should. Not. It's not like any idea I have is absolutely not even going to be vaguely slightly touched for like another decade or so. I have like a whole bunch of other stuff, and then money, trying to sort out money, funding, all that kind of jazz. But it is a dream. Maybe a retirement dream. Once I've reached the point where I'm like, I don't care anymore. I just then open the manga cafe. What do I do with the naughty volumes? Do I have to ID you? Do we have some seedy, like, beaded curtain to separate it from the rest of it?
It's just like really creepy, and I have to have weird lighting in that room as well. This is starting to sound like a plan. Would anyone be interested in working at my manga cafe and like helping me manage it? I ID the 18-year-olds. What is going on? We are slightly trying to update my spreadsheet because I have been very, very behind on updating it. But we've just gotten distracted at the moment, just chatting. Let's see if I can keep chatting and update my spreadsheet. The next thing I need to add is update this Black Hole's order that I did, and I'm very sure it's because of Kigs that I placed it, because Ennead hardcover volume 3 was like $11.99 or something. UK economy, making your own tri-lane will probably cost you a Mars bar on a sunny day. Maybe I could do that. That's a good point. Just go smooth up to some train people. Anyone know if anyone in government or trains is a fan of manga? Can I bribe them that way? I mean, not that I would bribe them, that is bad. Delinquent daddy. $18 stuff behind the till? We'd need a really big set of shelves behind the till. Because I think technically Steamship would have to go there. Ghost Ship would have to go there. A good amount of Tokyo Pop would have to go there as well. Because they don't like... What's the word? They don't plastic wrap or anything, so I just assume all of it's naughty. All the Sublime, now that I've started picking up Sublime as well. And then 2 Black Butlers. I only meant to pick up Ennead, and then my basket got a bit confused. I thought I'd bought Ennead, and then I was having a look at other stuff on Blackwell's to see if anything else was nicely discounted. And apparently the Ennead order hadn't completed, and I was like, oh shoot, complete the order. And then it went through and it had everything that I'd put in my basket, not just the Ennead, and I was like, oh, whoopsie. Well, it was only like 6 things, I think. Black Butler 21 and 28. I do like Black Butler for testing my knowledge on Roman numerals. I'm like, XXXV 35. Not that I think I have 35. XXV III 28. Beaded curtain to back room of the Faku. Exactly. And then a black light just to like make sure we're keeping it clean. I have regrets in my own idea. A seller for each genre? Oh my gosh, we're all positioned, and like someone needs a recommendation, and then they kind of go, I'm looking for a romance, and then the romance person just like spins out of an alcove or something and is like, yes, what have you already read? What did you like? What did you dislike? And then like I feel I'd end up with a lot of staff though. I'm not sure how I'd be able to fund that. I'm not sure that would be very cost efficient to have a staff per genre actually. Unless you can be paid in manga reading time. The rainbow chat is pretty, it's new. It is new! It is new, and I'm so pleased it works because I couldn't test it. Me and Ben spent ages like last night trying to get it set up and test it, and then turns out you can't test it unless the stream is public. But I couldn't just spin up a public test. I didn't want to spin up a public test stream because I was there at like midnight in a wreck, grumpy, going, "Why is it not working, Benjamin?" "I don't know, Caitlin." "It's not good enough, Benjamin." But it does work, and it's all nice and pretty and rainbow, and I love it. It's beautiful. How do you organize your spreadsheet? That is a very big question. In very vague terms, I have a tab for series, and I track title, how many volumes I have in a clear run, if I'm up to date, how many I've got out of order, how many there are in the series, or if it's ongoing. And then a bunch more information like my average rating, categories, demographics, authors, publishers, imprints if it has one. And then I also have a table for tracking individual volumes, about if I've read it, what my rating is, when I bought it, when I read it, and then some other information which I don't track as much of as I would like. And then also some stuff around light novels for Ben, and then use all of this information to spit out some real neat stats. Like how many volumes I've read in the last 30 days, how many volumes I've read this month, last month, this year, how many series I have in a certain category with a certain publisher, how many volumes I have in a certain category or certain publisher. So much fun stats, and I keep adding more and more colour. Now that I have this new PC that can handle Excel a little bit better, I'm adding more conditional formatting and colour, and it's beautiful. Did you find Omnibus 1 of X-Clamp? I have not. It's the only one I don't think I have now, because I did order Volume 3 the other day from Sci-Fi Up. I think Volume 1 is the only one I don't have. I have an 18 plus catalogue. If their ID clears, you can just request it. This is what I mean, though, in terms of like planning out how it would work. There's so many different parts to it, but it all still comes down to, will they treat the volumes nicely, or will they try and nick them? Someone tries to walk out on my Faku, am I legally allowed to tackle them? If not, then we need to figure out something else. I can't believe my Faku. Or like we to be able to read the volumes, you have like an electroshock collar that you have to wear until you've returned all the volumes that you borrowed. That's an idea. Benjamin, can you please look up how much an electroshock collar costs? Because we'll need quite a few, because I imagine the Manga Cafe is going to be extremely popular. Good night, dear, though you've probably already left, because I think I'm very, very slow. Thank you for joining. If you ever happen to watch this back or something. Yeah, we sailors sail with a paddle. Yes. But also, can we extend the paddles? That's another good idea. So that was the Blackwell's one. Now I need to find my other sci-fi order. What day did I order it on? I think it was mid last week. Not that one. Where's the email? My email is just filled with hammy at the moment. No, I must have gone past it. Where is it? No, that's just an order's been updated. Did I do another? Nope, that's still Blackwell's. Whoa, I didn't... Oh, I missed a volume in the Blackwell's order. Oh, whoopsie. Les Mis, and I got 5 to 6. Get Bacon running through the walls, putting new hats on. I don't think Bacon knows that much about manga, though. All his recommendations are going to be, like, made up. Or One Punch Man, or One Piece. You need a romance, and he recommends One Punch Man. I'm not sure how much more he's read or taken in. You do it for manga and snackage? I can provide snackage. I do have a Costco card, and there is a Costco in Leeds, so there will be adequate good snackage all the time. And also, Ben and I keep finding these like bakeries across the country that like post stuff to you. We tried one which I got like a chocolate ganache brownie, and it was so good. Like everything else we got was quite nice, but this chocolate ganache brownie, I like almost started crying with how nice it was. Oh, we have to get it again. And they did like, I did initially go to their site because they did like cakes in jars, and I just kind of love a cake in a jar because like you can just seal it again when you want to stop and come back to it later. But they didn't have any of those on the day I was ordering, so I just tried other stuff, and this chocolate ganache brownie was so nice. Ben, after you've looked up electroshock collars, can you go back to that bakery, please? Emma! Hi, Emma! How are you doing? How is your day? Nope. Have you been picking up much manga? I don't remember. Do you have a spreadsheet? Where the heck is my sci-fi order? When did I place it? Did I make a sci-fi order? I'm just gonna have to search. Which sci-fi email address is it from? Oh, here we go. I found it. There we go. So the first series I picked up was beginning with 3, and it was a new series. It was C A I A B C D E F G H I. I bought 4 volumes of the Kane Saga. I also got, I was quite excited to see this volume 17 of 07 Ghost, because 17 and 4 and I think 3 have been a bit of a faff to try and find. And I've just finally been able to find 17. Station and Night at the Door. Yes. Yes. I bet I should get Daddy to do it. Daddy does like to inflict punishment. Volume 4 got a reprint. Was this X? Yeah, I think X 4 had a reprint. I found mine second hand, but I do think 4 had a reprint. I think volume 1 is the one that is like hard to find at the moment. So that's the only one I need now. I have 2 to 6 after, because I think I bought, oh, that's the next thing I need to add in this spreadsheet actually. It's X volume 3. X is a really annoying one to search for because it's just the letter X, so we're just gonna scroll down. One Piece, Kitsune Measures, Best Romance. Cake jar, not cake tins. That is such a good idea. If I didn't have to go and change it everywhere, I would. Oh, I could just change my Discord name to Cake Jar. I've been Beanie something for a while now, and I think sometimes it confuses people when they join the Discord and don't realise that I'm Cake Tins until some point. There was someone who joined and we were like having a nice light-hearted argument, and then they realised that was Cake Tins. That was funny. So I was like, keep arguing with me, don't stop arguing. Where's my, what's next on here to add? I got Love of Kill. And I got volume 13. I think it was in the daily deals. I'm not sure if 13's the last one. I can't remember. Some of these I'll need to go and update at some point, because if they've finished since I first added them to my spreadsheet, they might not necessarily have the most up-to-date how many volumes there are, or if it's complete or not. I'm not quite sure how to tackle that yet, because I just have a lot of series. A lot of series. Sword Art Online. I got Scherzo of Deep Night 2. Would you be able to tell us the total amount of manga you have in your collection today? I will be able to tell you how many I have, included ones I've ordered after today, after putting everything in. Actually, I think after doing this, I should be able to tell you. I think most of what I've got left to do isn't adding more volumes to this. Oh no, I've got leads. I've got to add my leads order, and then I'll be able to tell you how many volumes I've got. But that does include stuff that I've like ordered and it's not arrived yet. I do track that separately, but I don't know if I'm going to get through all of that tonight as well. Next we have Tokyo Revengers. Wait, no, it's not Tokyo Revengers. What is it? A letter from... Letter from K. Baji. And oh, this one I've been meaning to pick up for ages. Yotsuba. Filling in the gap. Yotsuba. You just got back from London, you bought some manga. Ooh, what were you up to in London, and what manga did you get? I need... That's not what I meant to do. I need to... When am I next in London? Oh, the end of next month. I'm in London end of next month, I think. I think we have a hotel. Do we have a hotel for next month then? I need to book a day off for MCM though, and book hotels for that. That's what I need to remember to do. But I don't know just yet how long through the weekend I can stay. I'll be there for the Friday in MCM. But I don't know how far into Saturday I can stay yet. I need to do some checking with my cat sitter. Next, I have a Faku. What Faku did I get? Monster Girl Romantic Circus. Jen, is that part of it? Monster Girl. A weird conversation with my parents the other day where they were like, what are the odds that if we pick up a random volume it's going to be disgustingly degenerate? And I'm like, there's a chance. I don't know how big a chance it is. It depends what you determine you call degenerate, I suppose, more than anything. What doesn't help is my Faku is like one of the first things you see currently when you come in the room. So my mother will like walk in and turn, and then it's all there for her to see. So of course they come in, they're like, see the smut. Still remember the really weird conversation with my dad going, it's softcore, right? And I'm like, oh no, stop it, please. I don't... Like, you're like, you didn't, did you? Oh, please, just stop. Then... Ooh, just realised you can't see. I do have a find... Oh, that's weird. I don't think it's popping up on screen. I've got a Control F little window here that I'm dragging around that you can't see. This is how I'm quickly jumping around the screen. and Volume 2 of Man Boobs is out. Very excited to see that pop up. Something I find with Sci-Fi is they do have that released in the last 30 days section now, but that isn't in chronological order. If you do newest, it's still in the order that gets added to the website. So say, so something that's just come out, if it was added like a month before other stuff that's already out, it'll be further down the list. So sometimes I find I need to go and check the list and look through the whole thing, not just like at the most recent ones, to see if there's been any other new releases. I also ordered... What do you mean you can't find it? Yes, you can. Blue Lock 14? And when I order things from... Sci-Fi, I don't pre-order things. I think I've only pre-ordered things twice, and it was Beans, obviously, and Villains Are Destined to Die, obviously. I don't pre-order for the most part because once it's released and it's been released for a little bit, it is cheaper. So I'm very happy to just wait and get it a little bit after release because it'll be cheaper. I have enough to read anyway. I really don't mind waiting a bit. Do you add manga to the sheet before you receive them if you order them online? Yes, I do. Because the most important thing for me with the spreadsheet is to stop me buying duplicates. So if I've ordered it online, it goes in the spreadsheet just so I don't duplicate it. What I do is I add it to the manga sheet as normal. This doesn't care if it's pre-ordered or whatever. And then on my volumes one, the status will be marked as pre-ordered. I know pre-ordered isn't necessarily the right word if I've just like bought something. It's not necessarily a pre-order, but it's just to keep me from having lots of different statuses. So I just use pre-ordered to mean I've ordered it and don't have it yet. So I think I have some. 3. This one I think is actually a slight mistake in that I think I ordered it and then Blackwell's changed the name. So I need to sort it out. This one I've had on pre-order from Blackwell's for like 2 years now. And that I think was a missing volume from World of Books. But I use pre-order to indicate that I have ordered it and it's not here yet. I don't physically have it. I'm just behind. So for the most part, all of the other stuff I've ordered, like my Sci-Fi order, should already have had rows on here. I'm behind. Is the gist of it, I guess. Guess you're going to Foils in September. I really want to go back to Foils. People have said that there's like sale stuff there now, but it can be a little faffier to find. But I don't think we're actually in London that long. Like I think you're going for the same concert we are, aren't you, Lantis? We're going down the morning of, and we're pretty much going to get in, go to Forbidden Planet, probably get something to eat, dump back at the hotel room, head out to the concert, and then I think we're on like a early morning train back the next day. I don't think we're actually in that long. But I'm hoping to spend a little longer around MCM and also go down for a good few days over December because I take December off. That's when I take most of my annual leave, and we're going to do a bunch of Christmas stuff. I'll probably vlog it. I didn't vlog it last year, but I do actually quite like vlogging things. I find if I'm vlogging something, I end up doing things I might not normally have done, just because I think it might be fun to catch on video, and I end up having more fun and experiencing and doing things that I wouldn't normally do. So I think this year I might try and vlog Christmas in London. I am going with friends. Should be fun. I don't think they'll mind me videoing because they're the friends that I've gone manga shopping with quite a few times before. They're pretty chill about it. I think that's my intention. Have nice fun times in London over Christmas. Do you like Love Me for Who I Am? I have not yet read it. I did intend to read it over Pride. I have had a lot of intentions of stuff to read the past few months and have failed quite atrociously. I have not yet read Love Me for Who I Am. I have heard some mixed opinions sometimes I feel like my opinion as a... What am I looking for? Though I am a keen supporter and advocate for the LGBTQ community, I myself am not LGBTQ, so sometimes it's like I feel I want to read it so I can engage and learn about other like experiences, other people. Sometimes I quite like. Ultimately, it's not my place. Sometimes I think, I don't know if I'm being too weird about it, but I do find manga in general an absolute wonderful way to... Wait, cat companions. An absolute wonderful way to read about experiences and people that I might not have ever known about otherwise. Cat companions. Maru and Hachi. Cat. There was a cat one. MCM's gonna be good. Cannot wait to empty my bank account now, Stally. That's what happened to me, and probably going to happen again this time. Except this time, I also have Ben with me, who I can also empty his bank account. Yay! Teamwork. Also, you can help carry bags. Yay! Teamwork. I went to watch wrestling. Wrestling, nice. Ben loves wrestling. I don't think he watches it as much as he used to. Oh, I also have volume 2 of this. Ben used to watch wrestling stuff all the time. And absolutely loves when random wrestlers make cameos and stuff. There's a TV show we watched a lot of called Psych. And it felt like there was a different wrestler in every episode of that. I think J.K. Haru's Sex Worker in Another World Volume 7 is actually the last volume of J.K. Haru, which I'm kind of sad about. I think as well. It is a seinen, so next month is seinen month, so I'll probably try and read J.K. Haru next month and finish it. There is a lot of isekai that is seinen, so I'm going to try and do my isekai reads that I didn't do in isekai month. I want this. Where is it? You should be close. I want this love game to end. I want to end this love game. I should have a beaded curtain just for the package shelf. I should, so my mother doesn't have to judge me anymore. Gami-san can't keep it in. I am devastated that we're already on volume 6, and what I'm extra devastated about is that volume 7 doesn't come out until January. I read 3, 4, 5 together, and it was wonderful. I love Ogami-san. Can't keep it in. Volume 7 taking so long. It makes me sad. What does the red bar mean? The red bar? Like this being red? Do you mean? If you mean this, it means that I've just not looked up the series to give it its series information, like demographic, category, publisher, how many volumes there are. If you mean... What the red bar? This, it means the series is cancelled. So what colour this row is based on what I put in here. So for example, let's go back to One Piece, because I know these are both, I think, complete. So if I type complete in here, it'll auto update the colour. If I change this to up to date, make it like yellow, if I make it Behind it'll be purple. But I do kind of try to purposefully not leave any colours in here just so I can see how many I've got to update, basically. But it is quite a few. I mean, if I filter this on the ones that are blank, these are all the series I've still got to add info for, which was vaguely one of my intentions from this stream, but I've ended up even further behind on my spreadsheet than I initially intended. I would like to try and do some form of automation, because I predominantly I use manga updates to update my spreadsheet, so I could probably do some form of like scraping of data if I had the time or patience to sort that out. Do I have any light novels on my spreadsheet? I've just realised it's cut off. So on my tabs at the bottom, I also have a light novel tab. This one is not as nicely looked after because Ben's just not that bothered. So we only really use it so I know what he's got. And this is just like the manga one. I just track what he's got. Clear run from 0, and then any that are out of order. And that's his light novels. He did start to track, like, volume by volume which ones he's read. He didn't care about ratings or date he bought or read them or anything. But I don't think he has kept it up to date, and I'm not doing it for him. But I think he did say that he wanted to try and do that again at some point. But that is for him to sort out. How deep are we? It depends what you define as deep. I can keep talking about my nice fun formulas. I don't think any of them... I don't have two. This one's a little crazy. So what this formula does... Just realised it slightly covers up. So the column we're looking at is the rating one. So what this does is it works out the average rating for the series. And what it does is it takes the title... It takes the text in the text box in its row and then goes to this table. It looks for any cells here with that same text, and then it goes to the rating column, takes any numbers that are in those columns and does an average, and if it doesn't find any numbers in those columns, it will error, and its fallback is to put that I've not read it. So basically, if there are no numbers there, I've not read the series, so I'll just say not read yet. But then otherwise, this is my, like, ow, bit my tongue in the excitement of talking about spreadsheets. If there is values there, it'll average them out, and then that is just my average rating for the series. Do I have any other funky formulas? I have... This one's not that funky. I've realised it's good chat's covering. This one is just how many days from purchasing did it take me to read it? But all it does is it subtracts date. It does like a diff between the date bought and date completed. And then with a fail safe of not read if it falls over. I love doing a try catch. It's basically a try catch. Everything can have a try catch. It's beautiful. Going with your bestie for a couple of nights. Hoppit's going. Oh yes, I forgot Hoppit's going as well. He had a bit of a palaver getting tickets, but he did manage to sort them. I'm quite looking forward to it because the music was always really nice. I mean, Final Fantasy music as a whole is just really nice. Like, it doesn't even... I only watched Ben play 7 Rebirth. I think that's Rebirth, right? It's still really, really pretty. It was lovely to watch. Send in September next month. Can't tell the difference between that and showing it. That's why it's one of the reasons I've quite liked doing the demographic themed months, though I think this is actually the first one. That I think it's quite interesting to highlight what does a demographic mean, and I often feel like we end up putting more weight on demographics than actually is needed or makes sense. So it's neat to share, because I think the villains have made some graphics of like, I bet you can't believe that this is a seinen, and it's series like My Dress Up Darling, Apothecary Diaries, Kaiju Girl Caramelize, Witch Atelier, all seinen series. What else is seinen? Dinosaur Sanctuary. What else? There's some like Laid Back Camp, quite a few which have like lots of cute girls end up being seinen as well, like Bocce or balls, what's it called? I've been killing slimes for 100 years. Didn't I say to make me average in the next life? They're all seinen, and I think it's nice. It's nice to beat down the demographic boundaries in all directions. I feel like there can be typically, I think there was some like polls done, and typically people who collect a lot of shoujo tend to be more willing to try other demographics, but I still think sometimes, especially on Twitter is such a cesspit. There is a lot of, I'm not touching that other genre, so dear, ignore me, pretend I didn't say that. I'm not touching that other demographic because it's gross and everything in it is bad. But it's funny hearing all sides say the exact same thing, and it's like, demographics. Personally, demographics mean little to me. I'm happy to just read anything and enjoy what I enjoy. Demographics, it would be nice if demographics didn't mean much, if they were all treated more equally, but they're not. I think it's like one of the main problem points people have with it, I think. Personally, I really don't care. But I think a lot of the time when people say they don't care, they actually do. But I genuinely don't. Happy to read anything. I think sometimes this is not going to be completely up to date because as you can see, I have a lot of gaps in my spreadsheet, but you can see here how many series I have in each demographic. I would say the reason that I have so few josei in comparison to, say, shonen and seinen isn't because I'm not picking up josei, it's because there just isn't. There just isn't josei series in English as much. Why is that? That's a different question that it would probably be able to do a whole other live discussion, but I probably need a script because I'd fumble my words quite badly without going over a script in some way. Any types of manga you don't read? Horror. I am a big scaredy baby who will not touch horror or creepy stuff that much. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Which is why in October we will be doing a Witchtober over like a Spooktober, because I don't like scary things. But I like the vibe. I like spoopy, not spooky. Spoopy. I kind of like a cutesy coat Halloween aesthetic, but I don't like actual scary or creepy stuff like that. Any manga volumes have given a rating of 10 out of 10? Yes. Not many, and this is, remember, all my opinion, some of them are slight biased. I have rated all of these as 10 out of 10. So, Astro Lost in Space 4 and 5, Black Clover 23, Cross-Dressing Villainess 3, Dr. Stone 7 and 11, Dr. Stone Reboot 1, but that's one shot, In Zero Volume 10, Fairy Tail 01, First Night with the Duke 3, Food Wars 18 and 31, a Misc variety of Granblue Dreaming, GTO Volume 1, Heroes Overpowered but Overly Cautious 1, How I Met My Soulmate 1, I'll Never Be a Crown Princess 1, I'm Giving the Disgraced Noble Lady a Rescue to Cross Course and Naughtiness 3, I'm the Villainess, so I'm Taming the Final Boss 3, Kaguya-sama, Love is War 14, Kiss Him Not Me 12. I rate all Komi at 10 because Komi can do no wrong. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Volume 2, Majora's Mask 1, and Ocarina of Time 2, Villain's Day Off 3, a Mist splattering of My Hero Academia, Noragami 22, a splattering of One Piece. However, a number of series I read before I started tracking my ratings haven't got ratings yet because I haven't gone back to do them. One Piece is one of them, but I'm fairly sure, like, I remember which One Piece volumes I liked, so they're the ones I went back and gave 10 out of 10s to, but that's like all the volumes between these don't have ratings yet. These One Piece ones: Bean Counter 3 and 4, Uran High School Host Club 18, Quintessential Quintuplets 11 and 13. So I'm looking at some of these going, did I really give that a 10 out of 10? Remarried Empress 6, Rising of Shield Hero 8, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle 1, Sora in the House of Monsters 1, Spy Family 1, Reincarnated as a Slime 14, Villainess in the Demon Knight 1, Villains Are Destined to Die 3 and 5, Way the Husband 1 and 4, Witch Atelier 6, Witch's Printing Office 6. So they're all the ones I have rated 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 to me is usually I've like come out of the volume sobbing, extremely emotional, screaming, crying, shouting for Ben to like tell me it'll be okay. I don't know. There's a lot of volume ones, because I do think, like, I'm looking at some of these volume ones and I know that the more I've read, the more it's gone downhill, but I enjoyed the one setup so much. The one that I'm jumping out at right now, the one that jumps out at me right now is Heroes Overpowered but Overly Cautious Volume 1. I still really enjoy the series, but I probably wouldn't rate the rest of it so far. I don't think I've rated the rest of it as 10 out of 10. But Volume 1, I think I just enjoyed so much. Komi just is Komi. What else? Quintessential Quintuplets, I absolutely don't remember why I rated them 10 out of 10. I must have really enjoyed them. And then the rest of them, like, I know that they're a 10 out of 10 because I'm looking at it and I vaguely remember what happened in that volume for me to give it a 10 out of 10. And some of these are volumes I've not read in years. Like that time I reincarnated as a Slime 14, I read it almost 4 years ago and I remember exactly what happened in this volume for me to give it a 10 out of 10. Witch Printing Office 6, I was fully overcome with emotions because I did not realise that was the final one until I was halfway through the volume, and I adore that series. I absolutely adore that series. And yeah. Dr. Stone reboot, that's a one-shot. I think that is an absolute excellent accompaniment to Dr. Stone. But I think it's interesting because I think we were discussing one-shots. I don't remember who I was discussing one-shots with. It might have been Kitsune. And like, one-shots I feel for the most part just don't work for me. The only reason a one-shot can work for me is if it has accompanying media, which feels like it's cheating, to be honest. And one of those that I very much think about when I think about a one-shot that I enjoyed with accompanying media is Dr. Stone Reboot Byakuya, in that I think it's an excellent volume, but it 100% cannot be read as a standalone. It needs to be read about halfway through Dr. Stone or so, maybe just over halfway through. I think at the time I read it, it was like perfect because it kind of made sense what was happening alongside it. But as well as, what's another one? There's a Final Fantasy XIV manga, which obviously is amazing, but it would mean nothing without the game alongside it. in terms of actual just like pure one-shots, there's only like 1 or 2 I even like vaguely enjoyed, and even then I don't think any of them none of these are one-shots at all. I mean, I don't count the Zelda ones either because they're accompanying media. Why have I not given all of Beans 10 out of 10? Sometimes I go back and change a rating, but it is so not very often. Usually I only lower it. If I go back to change a rating, it's usually only to lower it. I never usually make it higher. You read anything that interests you, but you're trying to support shoujousing more intentionally? Yes. See, I do agree with that, and I do also try. Hence why I've started to try and pick up more shoujo beat. They seem to be popping up randomly. I mean, there was a bunch in Leeds. Like, there's actually some I bought that I need to add to the spreadsheet. I've got distracted. We were partway through adding things here. We're making progress. I got to the bottom of sci-fi, so I think all I've got left to add to this table is the Leeds haul, but then we also have the volumes table, and also to add information to the blank lines like these. We'll just see how we do and see if my throat holds up. I should probably have my antibiotic actually. No Junji Ito. No Junji Ito. I do not have any Junji Ito in my collection. And I don't intend to. A friend of mine bought Gyo, the goldfish one, the fish one, and he didn't like it. He found it really boring. So he was trying to offload it to me, and I was like, absolutely not, don't you dare. And he said he was just gonna like hide it on my shelves one time when they were around. I will throw it out the window at you if you do that. You just finished Astra last night. It deserves that 10 rating. I think going in, I expected so little as well. And Astra, I am so picky about an ending to a series. And I do think Astra actually does deliver on a good ending to a series. And it's so short as well. Astra is my go-to recommendation. If you give me no context or anything around what you ask for a recommendation with no like I'm into this or I've read this or anything, Astra is what I go to because it's Viz Media, which means it is cheap, it's complete in 5 volumes, which is nice. You've not got a massive commitment, and it's actually pretty good. And yeah. So that is my go-to recommendation. Okay, I'm not very good at swallowing. Ooh. I'm you when it comes to Halloween. Yes, you're a spoopy, not a spooky. Like, dressing up is fun. I like sweets. I love the sweets. I like a Halloween party or something, as long as it's like nice and casual and not actually scary. Not actually scary. So horror movies is just a no-go for me. I don't like zombies. Really don't like zombies at all. It's none of that. But like the witchy, the getting into the cozy mood and everything is all really fun. I'm into that. And then after Halloween, it's a short step to like bonfire night and my mother's birthday, and then after that we're even just a few more hops away from Christmas. I'm really excited for Christmas this year, and I know it's still August, but I'm Last year I spent so long just filming collection tours. I'm going to do it differently this year. So I'm not spending all of my holiday just filming and editing videos. It's going to be different, and there'll be different types of collection tours. And I hope you look forward to it and enjoy it. And join my memberships. And I'll tell you all about it in the Discord server channel. And you'll get early access to them when I put them up. Any volume with buggy is an automatic 10. I would love if you, Kitsune, seeing what your ratings would be like. Because I think I'm overly positive. You can see this is my ratings by volume. You can see it's not really a bell curve. My middle is like a 7-8. Because I do, for the most part, enjoy reading a lot of stuff. I imagine yours, Kitsune, is like even further along. I imagine your average is like an 8-9. Because you do love everything. But I don't know. I think it's generally quite common people to rate more on the positive side. Because for the most part, we are quite positive and upbeat people, I think. Ooh. Surprise villains to die isn't a 10 across the whole way. To be fair, I think they're 9s and 10s. There's that slight difference of, am I going feral by the end of it? Or am I crying? 10 out of 10. But I can still really love it a lot and think it's excellent, want to recommend it, and still rate it a 9. It's usually all about that immediate emotion I have when I'm doing it. When I'm doing my ratings. You have Asta on your shelf. You've not read it yet? Ooh, yes. I hope you like it after all of that, like, bigging up and all. Imagine all this, like, I think it's excellent, wonderful, great ending, and then you're like, no, I didn't like it. But I think it's interesting that I've talked to a fair number of people, like, who generally read different types of stuff, but they do often still all sort of agree Astra is quite good. Venus, thank you! Welcome to the beanies. I did end up renaming it because I mean the original member name, which was like reborn as a level 1 member, like I had to that wasn't the original member name. I had to shorten it because there's a character limit. There isn't a big character limit, but reborn as a level 1 member. Let's move it over here. Doesn't really fit. So I had to shorten it. And then I thought maybe I'll just lean into the whole bean thing and call you my little beanies. And you get your emotes. Where are... Because I was quite sick last week. And we've been trying to do a load of house stuff. My parents and Ben were like moving loads of heavy stuff around the house, and I just wasn't able to. So I just got to sit and watch. So I stood on the stairs with my glow sticks, and I was just like doing this until my sister threatened me. I was just there like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Then my sister was like, I love these glow sticks. I'm trying to convince my mother, because I work with my parents, if I've not said it before. I think I have. And we have a product with these colours, which I don't know if you can tell, it's orange and blue. So I was trying to convince her to get a whole load of these to for the office, so we could have the colours of the product and like when we're on stands promoting or anything, we can just have these. I think she was like slightly into it. I think I just need to like mention it again and try to like maybe get some other like colleagues on board to try and help me big it up to get these. The only thing is our product is a policing product, so can you imagine talking to policemen and be like, yay, yay. I still think it's an excellent idea. Ship them off to... Can we get some branded ones as well? You're considering that cat manga book about cats... Cat's Eye View from Zombie Apocalypse because you love cats so much. I was exactly the same, and then I saw volume 1 secondhand, and I was like, okay, let's just grab it. I haven't read it yet, but I went through the exact same thing of it's zombies, so I don't want it, but also it's cats, so I do want it. And then the cats won out eventually, and I have now got it. I might even have volume 2, but I haven't flipped through it yet because I'm still a bit nervous because I really don't like zombies. We could be your baked beans. You are my little baked beans. I'll put all of you in my little chalice. An extra a chalice for people who've read Bean Counter, and then a chalice for those who are my baked beans. What was I adding next? Stuff I picked up in Leeds, which I do have the pile just on the floor. I don't know if I just pick the pile up off the floor and have it next to me, or I just use a photo. The police do like their lights. That is very true. That they should have like I think they're called like pen sticks or something. I'm not sure what like the actual official name for these are, if anyone knows. I think it should be part of their kit. Their kit in the car. Just there, if they're like, they've turned up to a scene and it's a bit serious, they can just try and boost morale or something. Oh no, maybe I'm misunderstanding how the police actually work. Beans with little faces. Do I have to draw like all of your faces individually? Okay, are you good with like a generic little smiley face? Right. I'm gonna see if I can lift the pile. Oh, I have to drop my blanket. One sec. Ooh. Wee. Now I can have my blanket back. Because is anyone else starting to get cold? I'm starting to get cold. Whereas I was so warm, we had to have the windows open and the fan on, and it was horrific, and now I'm like, I want the fan heater on now. It's only been like a week. I'm so cold now. Right. So the first one I got was Vampire and His Pleasant Companions 1 to 5. Which I assume. Hello, Una. Una ran away. What is... I can search for Vampire Dormitory and that'll send me down here. Vampire... And I got 1 to 5 of that. Pleasant? Yeah, I did spell that right. Pleasant companions. Now, then I have black summoner. I thought I already had volume 1. I'm fairly sure I have volume 1, but I will check. But I bought volume 2. Sweater weather, nice weather is done. I am slightly excited now. I am looking forward to jumpers and coziness and a hot chocolate and a blanket and going back to my ankle boots and stuff. Oh no, you've mentioned something about Buggy. I'm not brave enough to wade in on that. Then next I got too many losing heroines. Too many. RST. Do I have any? Two. I don't have any. 2 TOO. And I think that will come here. Then I got Sugar Princess, Skating to Win 1 and 2. And I think that is complete with just 2. Yeah, I was quite surprised, and also it was quite nice seeing seeing they had quite a lot of Shredder Beat series in Forbidden Planet leads. Like they had these. They had a full run of Demon Love Spell. Yeah, Demon Love Spell. They had Kane Saga, which I did end up picking up on Sci-Fi. They had there was another one. There was another one, but I'm going around with Ben. I was like, goodness me, look at all. I didn't check if it's reprints or found stock. This is first printing. Do they always will they always update the printing? That I don't know. Twin Star Exorcist. I got 29 because I wanted to make a 3 for 2 to get the Sugar Princess, so I just grabbed something I was behind on. Darwin Incident. Got volume 3. Which is a nice neon green. So neon, it barely shows up on the camera. You can see it, nice neon green for that. I got Sign of Affection 9. Which just hasn't quite dropped enough on Sci-Fi for me to want to pick it up. Which is why I thought I'll just grab it in store while I'm here then. What else did I get? Ooh. I got hydrated, that's what. I got Link Click Volume 2, which, not gonna lie, I got a little bit grumpy about seeing in store so quickly, because I only got my Kickstarter box from Aloha like just about a month ago. It was like mid-July, I think I got it. And when I saw Volume 2 in the store, I was like, no way have they. Oh, they have. Oh, it is basically what Ben has to deal with when he goes manga shopping with me. It's just me grunting a lot. So what I went in for, because it was my annual review at work on Friday, and it was scheduled from 4 till 4:30. So me and Ben got in early because I thought at this point Forbidden Planet Leeds still closed at 5:30. So I was like, okay, when it ends, we leave, we get into Leeds because we're like not that far out from Leeds. We can get in, I can rush, grab my stuff, new Easy Press stuff, and go. And then my review went an hour. It went to 5, and I came out a bit sad. Not because the review had gone bad. The review had gone quite well. But I was like, I don't think we're going to make it. And then I checked on Google Maps, and it was open till 6. I don't know if that's changed or what. And I was like, we go. And I don't even think I packed my bag. I think I just swept everything off the desk in my arms, and then like ran down the corridor, past my manager who I had my review with, and he was like, well, it wasn't that bad. And I was like, nope, Forbidden Planet's still open, we're good, bye. And he was mocking me. But anywho, end of slight tangent, what I did go in for was to try and get as much of the new Yen Press manhwa as I could, because it is still, I think, a bit cheaper to get it in a 3-for-2 over getting it from Sci-Fi. Not by much, I don't think. I can't remember. But I think it is still cheaper. And I also wanted to go get some bubble tea because there was a chain doing a crossover with Final Fantasy XIV. And also Ben also had his annual review on Friday, so it was like, we'll just go into Leeds, get some nice food, get the new manhwa, and it'll be a nice day out. I heard a noise. So I did go in trying to pick up all my new release manhwa, and I think they had everything I wanted, which was it was the best thing ever. It would just. So the next one is Unholy Blood, Volume 3. Then it's Star Seekers, Volume 4. Hair in my mouth. And then World After the Fall. 6. Yeah, 6. Sekri. Is that enough? Sekri? What's it found? Secret. No. Secretary. No, not sensual. Oh, secretary wasn't enough. Secret. Secretary. There we go. What's Wrong with Secretary Kim 5? Villainous and the... Oh, I was like, do I really have something else with Hourglass in the title? Apparently I do. Phantom Hourglass. Which, yeah, of course. Twilight Princess, nope. Villainous the Hourglass 4. Business Proposals. 6. See You in My 19th Life 3, which is really, really thick. Like, even compared to like business proposal. See how much thicker See You in Your 19th Life seems to be. And the other volumes 1 and 2 are also quite thick. What volumes would you recommend to pick up in store rather than online price-wise? So Ease Press, because I've been pronouncing it wrong. I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying to catch myself. Eyes Press is, I think, still for the most part cheaper in store in a 3 for 2. That's the only one off the top of my head. There are some, it depends how the store prices it. Yen Press sometimes can be priced at $10.99 and sometimes $11.99. If it's $11.99, it's cheaper online. If it's $10.99, I think it's cheaper in store, but it's probably mostly just worth trying to do a bit of math. Isn't too bad. Just take the RRP times 2 and divide by 3. It's 3 for 2 price, and then just check online if it's above or below that. For the most part, Eyes Press and Yen Press Yen Press manhwa, I feel seems to be priced cheaper than Eyes Press manhwa. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that. Maybe it's the same reason that they get different imprints. I need to still hunt down a Yen Press person to ask the question, what makes the decision for a manhwa to go under Eyes Press over Yen Press? But for the most part, I think it's mostly just I mean, that was the reason I really wanted to go in, because there was so many new releases. I mean, I've still got a few more to go through. There were so many new releases all at once, and I was like, well, it'll just be a nice little treat. We're already like a good way into Leeds because we're in the office, and we can just stop by and see how many we can pick up. And it turns out they had like all of them. So like Solo Leveling, they also had. Where is Solo Leveling? Solo Leveling, Volume 9. Which I do find interesting that they have now moved the imprint, because the first so many were Yen Press, now they're Eyes Press. Then I've got Tied to You, which I do know is upside down. Tied to You. Oop. And then the one I'm like halfway through reading, which is Perks. Beep 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 beep. Perks being Nurse Class Heroine 2. I do also have Father, I Don't Want This Marriage, but that is not Eyes Press, it is Inklaw. And also Father, Volume 1. What I am slightly hoping is I do have a Yen Press parcel coming this week, and I am crossing all fingers and toes that it will have finding thingy cam something. I do two-handed. Quite excited about that. I've seen some people get the SSS rank one as well. I don't know if I'm gonna get that one. I'm assuming the box I get will be quite similar to Liddy's. Maybe without the light novels. I don't want this marriage. The Yen Press stuff is crazy though, because we've already had a box from them this month, and another one. I actually had to reschedule mine because it was meant to come on Friday, but I was in the office on Friday, and then it was meant to come today, and then they rescheduled it themselves because today's I assume because today is a bank holiday, to tomorrow when I'm in the office again. So I had to reschedule it for Wednesday, so I'll get it till Wednesday. But I am quite excited. It's just so nice that they even consider us, and it just makes me all bundly and warm and happy. And oh. I always try to put the effort in to read them and share with you all what I think of them all. I mean, I think there's only one I haven't read from the last box I got, and that is a spin-off title to another series, so I need to read a couple more volumes to catch up to be able to read that one, which is Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess, volume 9.5. You keep my 3 for 2 screenshot with you in stores? Good. I mean I look at it all the time when I'm about, or when I'm shopping. I just have this next to me to try and figure it out. But yeah, I think on Sci-Fi often, once the price is settled, I think they're usually like £11 something, and then with 5% off, it's just over £10.66. Now it depends. If I'm already going into Leeds or going shopping, then I'll absolutely pick it up. But I do also allow myself to have like a little bit of variance, because going into Leeds is like fuel, parking, and probably something to eat, which is a chunk of money. So I don't mind being a bit over 3 for 2 for some volumes when I'm buying online, because I generally still would spend less than going out. But sometimes going out is just nice because I actually get to walk around. Like, I don't tend to leave the house too much, or I'm like in and about weirdly in weird times. So just going manga shopping is sometimes an excuse to like stretch my legs and have some fresh air. How are you? I am good, thank you. Much better than I have been. Hence why I'm here streaming with you, and it's very exciting doing spreadsheet stuff. Though I'm being very slow with my spreadsheet stuff and doing nowhere near as much as I thought I might be. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm doing exactly as much as I thought I would have done. But it's definitely progress. I think that might be everything I can put in for now in this spreadsheet. This spreadsheet, in terms of volumes I have, might be good now. Maybe? So I wonder if this one, now that I've added all that, do we think when I refresh the spreadsheet this will go over 9,000? Do we think this one might go over 9,000? I'm not so sure just yet. Is there a reason you're not updating the total volumes owned column, or do you do that later? Total volume, this column G, this is a formula, so I don't update this by hand. So what this one does is it just adds up anything in this column to anything in that column. So in this one, for example, Fire Force, it'll just 28 plus 3 is that. I don't update that column by hand. There aren't two. There are some columns here. I was gonna say there's like a mix. There is a mix of what I update by hand. I don't update this one by hand. I don't update this one by hand, or this one. I think that might be it. I do the rest by hand. I've contemplated moving the volumes in print column, so it's with the rest of the numbers. But yeah, the reason I haven't updated it is because when I run the formulas, it'll update itself. Which I could just do. Hopefully, my PC can handle it. Because the last time, if I calculate sheet, there we go. So the reason some of these hundreds have dropped down is because probably some of the volumes that I've put in, what this works out is how many volumes I have owned over how many are in print. So if I have volumes owned more than how many I've said are in print, it's gonna like fling an error. So like this one here. This one says there's 4 in print, but I've put 5, which means there's gonna be more than 4 in print. So I just need to go through and update those. But that's what I was talking a bit about earlier in that, how do I track things how do I track stuff like how much is in print, which is probably the only one I'd want to like continuously keep track of. Right, let's calculate this. How many volumes have I now got? I need to do a calculate now. Ooh! That jumped quite a bit more than I expected. I genuinely wasn't sure we'd get over 9,000, but we did get over 9,000. 9,039 volumes. Oof, okay. So this count is based on the volumes tab, and I have loads to put in there. I have like pretty much everything we've just put in now. I need to put in the stuff from my sci-fi unboxing I did the other day, which was big because that was the one I did on stream. So that is why that one's got quite a big gap between it, because I'm just behind on stuff in the other table as well, which I probably won't do tonight now since it's getting on a little bit. But we have made good progress, and now that is the count including my stuff that I've ordered. And I don't technically have anything on pre-order, but I call it pre-orders just because it's easier. But that is everything including stuff I've ordered. Ooh. You know, I think we blame Ben. I think that's a really good idea for this. I think we just blame Ben. I also will just blame Ben for the Mikus. I think that's what we do as well. It's all Ben's fault. It's all Ben's fault. Everything's Ben's fault. Is what we're gonna do here. Are your PC specs listed anywhere? They are not. Is that a thing you do? Is that a thing I should do? I mean, mine was I think mine was just a pre-built. I think Ben and I were like, that one will do. Because, I mean, I didn't need anything too crazy. I just needed something that wasn't from 2015. So we kind of just sort of went for, what do I want? What are the top end specs for what I want it to handle? And then we went back like a year in like stuff. So it was like graphics card, but last year's graphics card or the year before. Because it was still such an insane improvement for what I already had, but for a fraction of the cost. It's not like I need it to do anything insane. And even when I start doing more gaming and stuff with Twitch, I'll predominantly probably using consoles still for a while. Though there are some PC games I'd really quite like to play with you all. But even still, stuff that's only a year or two old is so much better. A documentary where you travel around and visit people's libraries, that would be so cool and neat. But would you really want me just walking into your home being like, oh, look at that, look what you got, isn't that nice? Or be 10 times more awkward, because I am 1,000 times more awkward in person than I am when I'm streaming or anything. Pretty sure you're breaking 10k. I am on the way to 10k. I did a poll on the server, the Discord, a bit ago saying, do you think I'll hit 10k before the end of the year? And I think only like 3 people said no, and I'm fairly sure 2 of them was me and my mother. I'm not sure. I'm like, for realsies, I'm not sure I'm gonna hit 10k before the end of the year. I mean, I will do next year, but I'm not sure I'm gonna hit it before the end of this year. Especially, and I know it won't seem it, but I will be slowing down and going for more like sale manga as opposed to doing a big like manga lot, because there's stuff like MCM coming up, there's Christmas coming up, so Ben's gonna want some presents maybe. Though I did discover literally just before streaming that Ben's been looking on Ami at figures that he would quite like, and about 60% of them are Albedo from Overlord, and some of them Ben's excuse was, well, they were in the sales section, and I'm like, Ben, is this even a figure anymore? This looks like this is filth. This is a filthy figure. Where are her clothes? Your PC was bought secondhand a few years ago and she's so slow. Yeah, I mean my previous one was a hand-me-down as well, and I didn't process that I'd had it that long, to be honest. That the fact that I'd had it since 2015. Wait, no, it was bought in 2015, and I think I got it like 5 years ago or so. Yeah, I think that's right. I just didn't comprehend that as well. I feel most should be able to handle Excel. I think the previous PC was old, and I was running Streamlabs, and now I've swapped to OBS. Streamlabs apparently is more of a memory drain. I'm just trying to improve the memory. I think it was all just falling apart and dying a little. Keyboard do I have? I have a disgusting amalgamation of a keyboard that has like my keycaps and Ben's bass. It is a Razer keyboard. I want to change the switches because I don't like how loud it is. Because I do a lot of customer calls, and I have to like mute myself when I'm typing. So I've just bought some switches actually, and they're in the next room. I think they're yellow switches, and I've bought some new keycaps, and I've shipped them over in the US, and they are beautiful, and I'm so excited to share them. And they're gonna be. I'm so excited. They're rainbow. They're rainbow. A rainbow. But I need to decide if I can be bothered to buy a new bass, or I just use my old bass I have up there, though it was quite a cheap one. I don't know how easy it is to just track down like the actual just bass, because I've got the keycaps, I've got the switches, I just need the bottom bit. But I have no idea. I'm vaguely new to all of this. Presents for Ben still count towards 10k? I mean, it depends. If we count light novels into the same like count, I am very, very, very close to hitting 10k. Like concerningly close. And if we include light novels, that will hit 10k this year. If we don't though, if we just do manga, then we probably will be some point earlier into the new year. Maybe around my birthday. Though my birthday's end of January, so that still might be too soon. Okay, so I think we will call it there. I did some of the spreadsheet stuff I wanted to do. I feel like we could do another 2 or 3 streams and I'd still be going with spreadsheet stuff. This is just how far behind I've fallen the last few weeks, because just like everything everywhere has been really busy. Like to put it in perspective, like trying to sort my granddad's books, like nothing has ISBNs. Some of the books are from like the 1800s and like the spines are so worn that we're trying to figure out like what the hell this book even is, or like by flipping through it to see what's on the inside, and then rinse and repeat times like 10,000 books. There's just a lot of time. Work hopefully will calm down a little bit-ish now, as I'm doing less bits in my evenings and stuff. But I am trying to get more on top of sorting out more events. I am doing lots of videos still, so yeah, do check out my memberships just if you want early access and see all that, and the Discord, funky emotes when I live stream. I am going to try and do Twitch more. I think my biggest problem with Twitch is trying to determine a schedule. Whether or not I know I have time to stream, I pretty much will know the evening of, which is very not helpful for making a schedule. So I'm not really sure what to do. I don't know if I just do it anyway and it's like, I'm streaming now. Is anyone around want to come join along? Which it might have to be for a little bit. I definitely want to try and do a bunch of stuff over December when I've got all my time off. Maybe like a full day stream or something if I have the mental capabilities. There are lots of games I want to play, a lot of like Nintendo ones. I'd love to play Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker on stream, like desperately. It is like #1 on my hit list of stuff I want to do with you. And then lots of 14 probably. But I think vaulting can be harder to come in and watch if you don't know anything about it, especially as I'm like end game currently. So I think starting some stuff afresh. The one that I really, really want to do on stream as soon as it is out is this one coming out on Steam. Some of you might have seen it. It's like Date Anything, where in this house, like literally everything you can date, and it's like a massive dating sim with lots of voice actors and stuff. I very much would like to do that on stream as well. Cool. So thank you for coming along to my spreadsheet live stream, keeping me company. I hope you found this cozy, and I've kept you company this nice evening. I will probably do these again, vaguely randomly, when I have another bunch of stuff I need to update to the spreadsheet. I say that, I still got a load of stuff I need to update on the spreadsheet, so there might be another one in a couple of weeks or so as I just keep plodding along or something. Cool. Thank you for coming. Remember to join the Discord if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you. Have a great evening all. Bye bye.